Coming to you recorded
from our studio in Broomfield Shire, Chesterton, Colorado.
We're Betty, Joe, and Roy.
And this is Formula Lunch. It's a bloody British edition, isn't it?
I was not prepared.
Well, how you think this British Grand Prix won?
Well, you know, I can't do it. In my opinion, I don't think it was that great. It was pretty boring.
It was a very boring
Yes,
opening
man.
lap, that's for sure. Why don't you tell us about lap 1, turn 1?
It was very interesting.
Well, I think we had a little bit of kerfuffle until turn 1, don't you think?
I'd say, yeah. It was pretty boring.
It was a little boring. Even though George Russell clipped the front wheel of Pierre Gasly and smacked into Zhou Guan Yu.
Which then sent Zhou on his roof, plummeting towards the wall, flipping right before he hits the tire barrier, and flipping over the barrier, in between the barrier and the fence. Medical staff had to go be attended to him. We had to wait a while to see if everything was okay. Reports are Zhou is alright. Reports about Albon going to the hospital after getting hit in the back by Vettel on the first lap and just crashing right into the cement wall there, the pit straight. We've heard he's okay, but we don't know to the extent.
Probably got a bit of a ankle injury, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Thank God Zhou is okay. Next up into P18, Valerie Spaghetti Bosa. He retired on lap early.
But he retired pretty early. I mean, looked fine during qualifying. Had a great weekend. Got into a pretty good place. What, 9th, I think?
Yes.
Right behind Russell. And cars kind of shit out on him.
Well, he did survive the bit of a kerfuffle. And he did not end the race.
Another person that didn't end the race would be Pierre Gasly. He had another issue. His car just kind of gave out on him as well after taking Russell out. Yep, all Gasly's fault.
Esteban Ocon coming to 16th place with another retirement. That was the latest one.
Yeah, that last one definitely... It jumbled up the crowd again. Made the very last laps.
Triggered that last safety car.
Yeah, those last 6 laps got very interesting, all because of Esteban Ocon. And with another DNF, we had Yuki Tsunoda. Those Alpha Tauris not looking too strong this weekend.
Involved in every single incident. Tsunoda getting a 5-second penalty from smacking his own teammate off of the course.
His own flippin' teammate. What are you doing?
I'll tell you what he's not doing. Finishing, unlike Daniel Ricciardo. Coming out in that next place, because I can't count. He finished.
Yeah. He got lapped pretty early, and then he took a pit. The safety car helped him get on lapped. I don't think he finished lapped. He might have.
No, he finished on the lead lap, I believe.
He did finish on the lead lap?
Finished on the lead lap.
Whatever. McLaren. Ricardo, I'm sorry, buddy. You're... Just stay with Red Bull this time. And someone that will never be with Red Bull is Nicholas Latifi. He might not even be here eventually. Next season-ish, soonish. Who knows? I don't know, man. No, I mean, he was in the points. He looked good. Tried. That's all I got for him. He tried.
Really made
Q3.
a bad mountain out of an anthill, wouldn't you say, isn't it? Yeah, qualified into Q3.
First time, I think, in his career. Right?
It was the first time, absolutely. I think it was his first time in Q2. Turned on practice.
Congratulations. Yeah, good job. Can't be fun. And then with the God and Savior Lord Stroll doing
I'm so happy
a race.
he's safe.
Well, I mean,
He really is a treasure. Where's this accent going? Into 10th place now. 10th place. Kevin
Start of the
Magnussen in
points.
the Haas. Starting off those points strong. Good for that. Good for him. He ran a
I mean,
nice,
when you
safe,
lose
easy
6
race.
cars in the race, I guess points shouldn't be that hard. But good job,
They
Haas. You
shouldn't
got
be,
it in
but
there.
Latifi still didn't get any.
And man. Someone that did get some more though on his happy birthday to Sebastian Vettel. We're so proud of you. Keeping it alive. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
35 years old and killing it.
Everyone wants you
Killing
to succeed. Keep
That-
doing it.
That Nigel Mansell car now on carbon neutral fuel too. That was class move. Sebi. In the next position, position 8, Mikola Schumacher. Mikola Walter really showed up today.
He had
a wee
that good
bit-
battle with Verstappen towards the end.
Oh man,
He pushed.
He was
almost
going
had
for
him.
it.
Yeah,
he was going for it.
he very last turn still had it, but Verstappen did edge him out for 7th place. Not to downfall on Schumacher, who's again putting the car in points and doing very good.
Now, he was all over the road after he got that damage on his floor, Max Verstappen. Max
Yeah.
E-million Verstappen. Even if we're British, we won't let you forget. I'm surprised they didn't try and do something to balance it. They said they were going to, and
What can you do? There's no time. If he would have came in and tried to do it, time lost. You're not going to
That's
back
fair.
up. Like
Yeah, you're
Perez,
not
the
gonna
only
make
reason he
back
got
up
in there
anyway.
was his first lap. He was 15 seconds behind the last car. Pack's gonna pack. Whatever.
that's fair.
Verstappen just had a bad race. He something got lost in the car. Red Bull's very sensitive. It's a very sensitive car. Good for
Yeah.
you guys. Really.
Looks like the home crowd was right to boo him. Lando Norris taking a dominating 6th position.
Is
Now
it Lando Norris?
Landeskog Chuck Norris, Stanley Cup winner, taking a P6. Very
Good
proud of
points.
him.
Very good points for McLaren. They're not the best team out there, but they're keeping themselves. Norris is keeping them in there. Ricardo's doing nothing. He's got no teammates, so
Yeah.
good on you, Norris.
I
Sorry your
always-
buddies were out on the first lap.
Yeah. I always knew Lando could beat Tampa Bay.
Alonso in P5. Fat Alonso getting skinnier and skinnier as the season goes on.
Getting skinnier, but getting quicker.
Yeah, he's producing. I mean, what can you ask of the man? The man's.
I would argue that he would be just about in this position even if it weren't for the unfortunate accident where Zhou Guan Yu flipped 7 times. 7, 8?
I think he only flipped once. He
He
went
flipped.
upside down,
He
dragged.
flipped, went upside down, and then flipped again. I could be wrong.
Later
It
conversation.
doesn't matter. Ooh, that smell of the dead horse as Charles Leclerc takes P4. He broke his front wing in the opening lap.
Never changed it.
Never changed it. Ran that entire race on that front wing. It didn't seem that was the reason he was losing time, but it could have been.
I mean, I would definitely give it. That was the reason he was losing time. He was catching up to signs through the early race. Well, with those hards, he was on 5 laps, fresher hard tires.
Yeah.
Caught up to him, got him by 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds. Safety car.
Safety car. Thank you, Esteban Ocon. Why don't you tell us about this bright British old podium?
Sir Lewis Hamilton in 3rd place. Nothing there. Nothing fancy. It's not the 13th time he's been on the Silverstone podium.
In a row.
Not a
2
big
in a
deal.
week. 2 in a row as well.
Yeah, two podiums in a row. Mercedes isn't back yet, but they're trying.
They're trying. They're not going down without a fight. A little wee bit of a fight. British pride. Checo coming out in P2. And what a beautiful battle he had alongside Hamilton for right there towards the end.
Again, after that safety car by Ocon, the top 5 really took off. I mean, Sainz got his space and everything like that, but those back 4 were really battling for a minute.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was good racing.
That second safety car made what was already a very exciting race into just
Yeah.
a real bacchanal of battles.
Carlos Sainz won the race. That's it.
Carlos Sainz won the race.
Nothing to talk about. It's not the first time he was ever on pole. It's not the first time he's ever won a race in F1.
Didn't take him 150 races to get there, and he's definitely not only the second Spaniard to win a race.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
It was a pretty boring weekend, I would say. I would say Silverstone was pretty boring.
Silverstone was the worst race of this year.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah. You know what? We're revolting. Coming to you, recorded from our studio in Broomfield, Chestertonshire, Colorado. We're Betty, Joe, and Roy.
And this is Formula Lunch.
Whoa, Cronkite. Perfect. Well, how would you say this British Grand Prix went?
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't.
Well, how you think?
I'd say. Thought we were supposed to be grumpy.
This is gonna be the last try. Well, how you think this British Grand Prix went?
One more time. I'm gonna have to do one more. I think I'm trying so hard.